I told her, no, I do not want to move to this store because during quarantine, when you guys furloughed us, my brand is what carried me. So that showed me that if I put more energy into my brand, there's no stopping me, man. It's limitless, 100%. Yeah. It's limitless.
So my guest today is a fellow Floridian, a fellow and ex-college basketball player, someone that I only met a little over a year ago, but we have constantly stayed in contact, and she's just a bright light. Anytime anyone's around her, you can just tell that she is vibrant. She's bringing positivity to the air, and she does that not only on a person-to-person basis, but also through her company and her clothing line, Perfectly Simple. So today, my guest is Princess Stewart. What's up? How we doing?
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me here today.
Of course.
Super appreciative.
Yeah. So like I said, she is the CEO, the founder of Perfectly Simple. And it was funny, we were just talking, like what is it that, we can hit on and kind of bring forth in the introduction. And she was like, me, just keep it simple, right?
That's get to the point.
And that's what I think allows you to probably be that good energy in the room, right? Is that what inspired you to name it Perfectly Simple? What clicked?
I've always been just like a simple person, man. Like I've always tried to simplify any and everything in my life as far as definitely. So I lost my mom when I was 18, so I had to like figure out everything she used to do for me. I had to figure it out. So it was like overwhelming. So I was like telling myself, hey, it has to be a simpler way to do things. It has to be a simpler way to live life without her. So like everything I do, I try to like make it as simple as I can. And as far as like fashion, I've always been into fashion, and me dressing has always been something super simple. Like I'm always just like, I'll spend mad money on my shoes, but when it comes to my clothes, I wear a $2 t-shirt, man, because I've never been into like Gucci and all of that stuff. And now that I have a good job and I take care of myself, I'm still not into those things. Like, I just feel like self-expression should be the simplest form of your life. Like, why are you out here trying to live out your means and stuff like that? Not saying that people do, but some people do, you get me?
No, I feel that.
And I know some of those people. So Perfectly Simple came about because, I'm just simple, like legit simple. Everything for me is simple.
That's what's up. I like the fact that it goes back to you having to realize that learning on the fly has to be broken down. Something I always talk about, and something that my mentor and owner and the boss at the gym, what he always says is, we have to learn the foundation of exercise. Once you understand the foundation of exercise, you learn those simplistic things. Now, what you do with them is infinite. You can do anything. It's limitless, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I like that. You've obviously overcome a shitload of adversity, which, someone wouldn't gather that just from like being around you. No one would really necessarily know that. So to bring that thought into life and just be grateful for the simple things that you do have, and that's what's up. I love that.
Even in basketball, you know how to be like fundamentally sound?
Yes.
Fundamentals is everything. You learn how to dribble the ball, you could do anything. Like, and I feel like basketball definitely helped, bring learn lessons, man, like 100%. Because you figure out how to play, and you figure out how to play as a team, and you get those fundamentals, and you can go far with that 100%.
And the aspect of being a team player is like
everything.
If you can learn not only to be a team player, but to be a leader as well on the floor, which I feel like you definitely were. You were definitely that person talking on D, telling everybody where they're at.
100%.
Shooter on the left, shooter on the left, shooter on the left, back screen, right? You were
100%.
definitely that person. And when you're a leader like that on the court, it spills out into everything else.
Right.
And that explains your ability, right, to have a full-time job that works crazy hours.
Yes.
Right? Crazy hours. All right. We'll talk about that. And the fact that you go home and you're constantly working on your own thing. Constantly.
100%.
Whether it's, I mean, now you're out here just making shirts with 2 different fabrics. You're like, nah, I'm gonna just learn how to sew. I'm gonna put this and this together. Word, that was cool. All right. You know, she hit this. I'm all backwards, left and right. She did this for me. I bought this shirt at a freaking Marshall's, I think, right? And I used to just bring bags of clothes over to, and I would be like, yo, can you throw the logo on it? Throw the logo on it.
Yeah.
And keeping it going, right? I got the shorts on, right?
Yo, the first edition.
Yes, the originals, right?
Oh, geez.
The OGs, they are literally orange sweat shorts with glasses on them, right? Simple, but every time I wear them, somebody comments on them. Every time. They're like, oh, damn, those are cool. Wait, why are there glasses on the front? Someone's always saying something like, damn, that's a nice color, you know? It's always a compliment. And it's funny. It's a simple thing. It's very
just
simple.
Man. Simple. Logo came about just, me and my best friend, she took me out to dinner. And, like, my best friend is a rapper, you know? And, like, I've been, like, super adamant about, like, pushing her to, like, you know, work on her platform, man. Like, let's do this together, you know? So we went out to dinner for my birthday. I was turning 28. Cool. And we were sitting there talking, and I was like, bro, I want to do a clothing line. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, I think that'll be dope. I think that'll be fire for me because I'm really inspired into fashion. And she was like, oh, what you want your logo to look like? So we literally sat there and came up with a name, drew it out. And then I was like, my glasses. Because since I've started wearing glasses, I've always wore the ones that look like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I've always wore those glasses, and they've always been Ray-Bans. Like, I'm super big on the shape, and every time I get glasses, they have to be circle. I had a pair of square glasses before, and I hated them. I was like, oh, I hate these. So the logo, definitely the glasses, it came up because one, I wanted to be different from everybody else, and I wanted, when you see those glasses, you know this is P. That's Perfectly Simple. And for those who don't know, the Perfectly Simple is my initials, Princess Stewart. So my brand is literally me, and every 100%, like, this year has been the biggest year for the brand, and a lot of people are like, oh my God, your logo is so different. Keep being creative. La, la. And I'm just like, yo, that's crazy, because this is something, Dylan, when I say I have books of drawings and like writing and everything, this is something that I look at every day, bro. And now it's coming to life. You feel me? Like, I have people like Ace Hood rocking it. He loves it, which is super dope. You know what I'm saying? That's affirmation that I'm on the right path, you know? So the brand it is who it is. It's me.
That's what's up. And it's crazy. I mean, to bring your thoughts to life, unless you start doing it, it's hard to explain to people that have all these thoughts, right? They have these ideas, they have brand, envisionings, right. But so few people are willing to take that extra 4 to 8 hours per day to bring those thoughts to life. Right. And that's why anybody and everybody that I know who is doing that in a positive manner, I need them to share their story on here.
Bro, listen. And so probably it's been like a month, maybe a month and a half, I've been listening to podcasts, right? So I've been listening to Secrets to Success. The guy is Eric Thomas. Listen, this man has shifted my mindset like drastically. Like I just think in my life, like I'm just like, how did I not know about these podcasts? How did I not know about these motivational speakers? And it's just stuff that I listen to him and I'm like, dang, okay, yeah, you right. What he's saying is so true. And like, it makes me feel like, okay, this man came from nothing. This man he's here. Like he's there. And he's just like,
the whole nine.
Right, he's like amazing, bro. And like just listening to him every day motivates me to want to be better every single day, bro. Like when I'm tired, when I get off work, you know, I work at Old Navy. I'm an assistant manager. I go in sometimes 4 a.m. Sometimes I'm there till 10 o'clock at night. And, you know, I come home and I still grind it out because this has to be my main hustle over Old Navy hustle. You get what I'm saying? And this year I took a big step and I actually told my district manager that, you know, I didn't want a promotion because I wasn't committed to that job anymore. I told her, no, I do not want to move to this store because during quarantine, when you guys furloughed us, my brand is what carried me. So that showed me that if I put more energy into my brand, there's no stopping me, man. It's limitless, 100%.
Yes.
It's limitless.
Yes.
And in her exact words, and I thought she was going to be pissed, bro. I thought she was going to be pissed. She was like, bro, oh no, I respect that. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I thought this lady was going to fire me.
I thought I just wrote off my whole ending with this.
Right. And you know, I've been with Old Navy for almost 12 years now.
I was just going to say, I remember you saying it was over 10 years.
Yep. August 30th will be 11 years. Yep. So and I took that step and like, bro, when I say I wanted that promotion so bad.
For years on end, you probably,
yeah, man.
Right? Yeah.
I was, but because my dream is more important than Old Navy at this point, like I love my job, I love that company, but I want to be bigger and better than that company. You get what I'm saying? Like I come from the hood, man. Like I come from the hood. Like
where in South Florida did you grow up?
In Deerfield.
You did
grow up in Deerfield Beach, right off Hillsboro, Martin Luther King. Okay. I grew up there with my grandparents. My grandparents, you know, they raised me. You know, my aunt was there, you know, and I watched my grandfather, bro, on my life. I watched my grandfather hustle with a crutch, bro, to put a roof over our head. Like he couldn't walk, bro. He got a crutch. He getting up every single day to go on a golf cart to sell peanuts, bro. To put a roof over our head on everything. On everything. And that was inspiring because when I was younger I didn't really understand it, but when I got older it was like, okay, so he was hustling to make sure we had food in our stomach and make sure we had a roof over our head. And I appreciate that because he installed that in me to want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And like what I tell people all the time is if you got a dream, bro, stick with it. It ain't gonna be easy. Nobody said it was gonna be easy. But that hustle, when at the end of the day, when you get to the top, you're gonna be like, damn, I really got through that. I really got through that. And listening to Nipsey Hussle and stuff, Nipsey said, I want everything I earn 100%. If I'm supposed to get $1,000 and you put 101 on the table, I'm gonna take that 1,000 and I'm gonna leave that one on the table because I only want what's mine. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And if you put that work in, bro, you gonna get it. You gonna get it. And people need to step into a dream that's not open is pointless. You gonna die with them dreams in your head. You gonna get older. Dang, I should have did this. I should have did that. If you never do the dream or you never do what you want to do, you gonna get older and how would you know if it worked? How you know your life couldn't be different? So for me, if this brand don't work, cool, I could walk away from it and say, you know what? I gave it 100%. It didn't work. But if I didn't do it, I'd be like, what if? Dang, what if this?
And what if, the what if, right? That's going to kill people. And it's a lot easier to go to bed with a peace of mind that you worked your ass off for something that you love, rather than going to bed with it sitting there on your mind, wishing you gave it some effort.
100%.
100%. And RIP to Chadwick, right?
Yeah. Awesome dude, man.
My goodness. I was watching a video and he talked about the fact that we need to find our purpose, and most people are stuck trying to find a job or career.
100%. Because it's about money, bro.
Yes. Crazy.
People got to stop making it about money. The money's going to come. I tell people all the time, on everything I own. People be like, oh, I want to support. But you know, I'm just money tight. And I tell them all the time, bro, it's not about the money, bro. I need this to get out there. The money's going to come. I need you to talk about it, repost it, tell somebody about it, send somebody to the website.
Comment on my fucking picture. Like,
that's
simple
it,
shit,
bro.
Simple shit.
It's not about money. And like, I hate going places, bro, because people are always like, oh, I got to buy something. I got to do this. Yo, listen, you don't have to do none of that. All you got to do is talk about it, repost it. Like, legit, bro. And I'm super big on that. And, you know, Chadwick, he said that, and I know it, what you're talking about, because I reposted the video yesterday. he put it out. He put it out there. But people are hearing, bro. They're not listening. You got to listen, and you got to take that, and you got to be able to move, do what these people are telling you to do, bro. My mentor tells me, write everything down, bro. Write
Simplest
everything
thing
down.
is absolutely get your ideas out of your head and onto something concrete.
100%.
Yeah.
100%, bro. And it's amazing. It's amazing because, like, a lot of people hit me up and ask me, like, you know, oh, I want to start a clothing line. What did you do? Da-da-da. And I'm just like, I did it. It's
Simple.
no magic.
Yeah.
I did
put in the work.
That's put in the work. And like, it's going, March 30th will be 3 years. Bro, I did it. That's it. I didn't ask nobody for handout. I didn't depend on nobody. And when I did ask for help and nobody responded, cool, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. And that's what it is. And like, you know, a lot of people, they reach out and ask, and like, I'll give them my sources and everything. And you know, my wife at one point, she was like, you have to stop doing that. And I'm like, why? You know, because I know how it was out there to try to figure something out. Nobody wants to help you. She's like, yeah, I get it. But these people are just using you. They don't want to work. They want the easy way out. So they're asking you, and you're just giving them the easy way out. Like, give them a little, but let them figure the rest out. So now that's what I do.
There's two things with that, right? You can't waste your energy on people that are not going to put it to good use, because energy is never lost or created, right? So you're actually giving them energy by giving them insight. And most of them are just going to turn that into negative energy because they're not going to take action on it. And then all of a sudden it's, oh, it failed. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, P told me that and it wasn't the truth. And all of a sudden now that's negative energy transformed by them from you. And then the second one is that you have to realize that what they're looking for is to learn how to get there, right? And to learn the way that you did. Because the only reason that your story is worth anything is because, like Nipsey said, you earned it, right?
Sure.
So a story, like, nobody likes the person who was handed that $1 million business. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's like, yo, you got to come on here and tell me how you were given $1 million business. Nah, it's like, how did you earn that? And you're taking away a learning opportunity from them if you just give them the keys, right? To the kingdom.
Right, totally.
It's a callus. You gotta build calluses on your hands when you're lifting weights. You gotta build callus in your brain if you're gonna be a business owner, because you're gonna hear no, nope, you can't do that. not allowed. You got to pay taxes. You got to do this. You got to do that.
It's a lot.
It's way more no's than yeses.
100%. It's real life. Just push it through it, man. Like, the struggle is real, bro. And I ain't gonna front. Like, a lot of people out here, they'll front and be like, oh, I'm getting all these sales. I'm doing all of this. It's a wave. It's a wave. So in the beginning, and like, as soon as the pandemic and this whole Black Lives Matter thing happened, business was like, boom, it went out the roof, yo. Like, I was like, oh, this is exciting. Now it's kind of just like, it's trickling in, like, slowly. So for me, the person I am, I'm like, all right, boom. So what we got to do? Like, what we got to do to get these people in here? What we got to do to get this traffic moving? And the biggest thing that I've learned from being a business owner, people will tell you they're going to do all this stuff. They're like, oh, this fire, yo, for the cop, yo, over do this. Boom, you drop it and they don't.
I think I did that with you actually once. I don't remember what it was, but I know I got me a fanny pack and I know I got me some shorts.
No, it was the fanny pack, but you ended up getting it. You just didn't get it as soon as it dropped.
As soon as it dropped. Yeah.
But it's just, and again, it's not about the money. It's not about that. But my whole thing is, bro, don't waste my time if you're real life.
Or get your hopes up.
Exactly. And that's the biggest thing with me. Like, I've officially blocked everybody out. So they call, hey, bro, I want to order something through the cool. It's a website right here. No, I can't pick it up. Yeah, you can pick it up. Use the free ship. Use free ship and you can pick it up when you pay. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if you've seen yesterday the other day I had to post a video about people putting in orders and not wanting to pay, bro. Like,
and not wanting to pay?
Yes, not wanting to pay for it until it was done. Like, yeah, I had to put a whole video up on it. Yes.
Like, yes. Yo, go to Verizon or AT&T and ask for your phone and say, but I don't want to pay till I'm done using it.
Exactly.
What?
and
how's that going?
That's what it is. And I think it's because people think because I'm a small business owner that my business is not more important than a Fashion Nova or a Foot Locker or a Forever 21, So I had to put some insight on Instagram the other day, and it got some feedback, and I was like, it is what it is.
There's the biggest thing I ever learned from basketball was that it's a game of runs. There is highs and lows. There's ups and downs. There's 13-point lead changes 100%. One direction or the other, but you can't just stop playing. You definitely don't. I'm telling you this much. Sit your ass on the bench and try to win the game. Not 100%. Possible. And people, especially with businesses, don't realize the only reason it fails is because you gave up on it. That's the only way anything can fail, truly, is if you quit on it. Because even, like you said earlier, if it doesn't do as well as you intended, right? Like, how can a business really can't fail? Like, think about it. If it was an idea and you brought it to life,
right?
What was the purpose of the business? Was it to make money? Because that's how most people think about the business, right? Is like, well, it failed because it didn't make enough money. Okay.
Right.
Like, was Microsoft and Apple just booming in 1995 when, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
Right.
What are they now compared to then?
But I think that's a lot of the issue too. But a lot of people are in it for the money, bro. It's all about the money. Mm-hmm. And I think as business owners and as people who are out working check to check every day, that's really the ultimatum. Like, I'm tired of working check to check. I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of doing that. You get what I'm saying? But for me, it's not that, because I have a good job. I have a job that I make a great amount of money. Like, and that's not, I just don't want to, I'm working for time, bro. I want to build my business for time. I want to be able to spend more time with my wife. more time with my family, go on more vacations with my wife. I'm not working for money. Money's gonna come. I'm working for time, bro.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
that's the most important thing, because time is of the essence. Like, if I die tomorrow, all the money gonna get burned. Somebody gonna take the money.
Nah, you know what's crazy is people are actually gonna fight over it.
100%.
People are gonna fight over your money after you're in the ground.
Exactly.
And for what? So that the day that they're in the ground, someone's doing the same shit for their money.
Right.
It don't go anywhere with us.
It don't, bro. And I had to learn that, because at first it was about the money, bro. But now that I'm passionate about it, it's a passion for me. And it's like, I do this because I like doing this. This makes me feel good about myself.
And because your heart feels like it's in the right place when you're doing it.
100%. 100%. And 100%, man. I want to be able to spend more time with my wife, bro. Now, my wife wants to travel the world, but I can't do that because Old Navy, I have certain times where I can't take off. You get what I'm saying? Like Thanksgiving, sometimes I can't spend a whole Thanksgiving with her because I got to go to work.
Yeah, retail's a different beast. There's no holidays. There's no holidays.
Man. Spring break, I don't get a spring break, bro. I'm working. You get what I'm saying? So I'm working for time. Because if I'm my own boss, I can take off today, no pressure. You know, it is what it is. But that's what I'm working for, time. And I think people need to like really sit down and evaluate what is it for. If it's for money, cool. That's respectable. But I feel like for longevity, it definitely can't just be for the money.
Yeah. Nah, that's a great point. I've actually that's talked about it so much, but I don't think I've ever expressed it like that. You said it perfectly.
Yeah.
And in terms of like the future of Perfectly Simple, right? Are you someone who wants to just keep it e-commerce forever? Are you someone that wants to build anything else off of it? Do you have any other like ideas? Like, I'm gonna throw some out, right? Like making your own glasses that look like that.
Yes. So, bro, it's gonna be it's solely the beginning, bro. I'm already like thinking about how I want my sneaker to look, because I want a sneaker. I want glasses, bro. Me and my wife were just talking the other day. I promise you, she asked me, how much do you think a manufacturing company is? Like, I want my own manufacturing company. Yeah. Like, somebody asked me what my first million gonna be, bro. That's what I'm doing. I'm investing in a manufacturing company. Like, I want a company that is going to do all my work for me. They're going to sell for me, they're whatever, and all I got to do is pay them, and that money it's residual. It just continues. Right. Yeah. That's it. But yeah, glasses definitely coming in the near future. Shoes. Yeah, man. But as far as it being e-commerce, yes, it's only going to be online, because I work in Old Navy and I see how our foot traffic has dropped to just being online, an omni-channel. So I'm gonna be the same way, bro. It's more convenient.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's the way of the future, especially with this whole everything going on.
Yeah.
I mean, in the last 4 or 5 years, Black Friday's become bigger than Cyber Monday's kind of become bigger than Black Friday.
Black Friday.
In some senses, you know.
Yep.
So crazy. And we're very much the people that like I'm old. If I'm not in the gym, and like if you're not at Old Navy, right, you gotta wear an Old Navy shirt at Old Navy. But as soon as you get home, you're like, bro, shit, let me put my own shirt on.
Yo, but check it out. No, Dylan, it's the worst. I'm supposed to wear Old Navy, bro. I never wear Old Navy.
I get caught at work sometimes. I
wear Perfectly Simple every day. I told my boss, I said, yo, if you want me to wear that, you're going to have to buy it, because I'm not. I'm sorry. I was like, I'm my model for my brand, bro. But my boss, he respects it, man. He loves it. He tells me all the time, I'm proud of you. He even told me, like, I know you're supposed to work 5 days a week, but he was like, if you only need 4 and you need another extra day off to handle your business, that's fine. Like, when I say they're understanding, and I'm so blessed to have those kind of people in my corner, that's amazing, bro. Like, he supports, he buys all the time. And like when I come to work, he never says anything to me. He's just like, cool, you good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
And that's what doing it does to people, and why you feel so good is because it is respectable to chase your dreams. It's respectable to follow your passion and to be passionate about something. Like most people get way more revved up for a fucking show on Netflix than they do about like anything they do on a day-to-day basis. They don't, you know, like.
And I think a lot of it too, bro. You gotta be self-motivated, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most underrated.
Do you think that can be taught and learned by people?
No, no. I don't. I don't think you can be taught to be motivated. I feel like wanting to do better for yourself is something that has to be within. You get what I'm saying? Because you could see somebody else doing it and you want to be like, oh, I want to do that. But you don't want to really understand, or you don't really want to know where that person came from to get to where they are. You want to skip all the steps. Me, I'm the type of person, let me go through all the steps so I can be better than that person. You feel me? So being motivated, you have to literally, when you get knocked down, bro, you have to literally get up and be like, so like for me, example, if I drop something, right, and it doesn't get the initial feedback that I want, okay, I'll go, okay, cool. I don't take it down. I'm going to leave it up. But I'm gonna be like, okay, cool. That didn't get the reaction that I wanted. So the next time I do something, I'm going to make sure, okay, this capitalized on the mistake that I made the last time. Maybe it could have been the color. Maybe the color didn't blend or whatever. And I also ask for feedback from my customers.
Which is huge.
Yeah.
And people don't realize, like you said, it's not about money supporting. Like a simple thing, like for my clients, you know, asking them to write a review, or, you know, for your, you know, customers, asking them to, you know, drop a review on the website about the quality of the fabric, about there's so many little things, many little things people can do. And we're also not the kind of people that always sit in there trying to ask, right? Like I don't want to beg and plead for you to do something like that. We just wish it was more innate in everybody.
Right. I really do, bro. And I relate everything back to ball, bro, because when I first started playing ball, I was trash. Like, bro, and this is how I know I was trash, because I used to ride the bench. But I started playing with this AAU team, and like within the summer, bro, I put in work. Bro, I put in work to be good. By the time I got to 9th grade, in middle school, I was one of the top ranked players as a middle schooler, bro. From 6th grade to 8th grade, I put in work, bro, because I was like, bro, I'm not going to be trash. I'm going to be great. And then by the time I got to high school, my 9th grade year, bro, I had, like, all the high schools recruiting me. And, like, by my senior year, bro, I continuously put in work. My off-season was work, bro. Off-season build players. Off-season build players. 100%. And at this point, I feel like, okay, my sales aren't booming how I want them to right now, but I'm still above LY. This is still an off moment for me, so I'm going to capitalize on this off moment, bro. I'm going to put in work, bro. And I feel like people have to relay those things to past experiences, because I felt like if I can work to become a great basketball player, and by the time I got to my senior year, bro, I was top 5 in the county. I was ranked in the top 100 in the state. Like, I was one of the top recruits because I put in work, bro. So I just do the same thing as far as when it comes to business. Like, put in the work. Do what you need to do to get to where you want to get. If that's giving away free codes to get people to come and buy your, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, so they can see it. I give away free stuff all the time, bro. Like, because I'm just like, hey, check it out. Free giveaway. It's free product. But I also listened to the dude who owned God is Dope. He told me, he said,
what's the name of
God
it?
is Dope.
Okay.
He owns the God is Dope brand, and he said, if you got a shirt and the shirt is $60, the shirt not selling. If you can't drop that shirt to $9.99 and sell it, it's trash. It's trash. Because you're not going to make any money off of it regardless. You're going to have to give away free product. You're going to have to put something on sale. That means that you need to go back and rebrand your product, bro. You sell it for $60 and you can't drop it to 10, Yeah, that's the problem, bro. It's a problem. And that made me think, like, I was already doing that anyway, but when he said it, I was like, okay, cool. So that means that maybe I need to go back into a little bit deeper to figure out if I'm spending too much money on product, and see if I can figure out another way to get product a little bit cheaper. So, I'll still benefit from if I put it on sale for that cheap. You get what I'm saying? Because people want to support, but some people can't afford it. And that's understandable. That's totally understandable.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, it's a funny game, trying to price your product at something that allows you to see benefit and get the reward that you deserve for the time you put in.
Right.
But also being conscientious of who your supporters are, who your customer base is, what your demographic is, all of those things, because then it's like, am I asking too much from them? Right? And you want everyone to support, you want everyone to see the vision, but you also need them to understand that the bigger vision for you is to, once again, have more time.
100%.
If you're making, if you're profiting $2 on every shirt, that ain't gonna buy you the time you need.
It ain't. Not at all.
No.
Not at all. Not at all. But no, I don't think being motivated can be taught, bro. I feel like you have to have that. Just like being a leader. I don't feel like you can be taught to be a leader. I feel like being a leader has to come from within. Can you be taught to grow as a leader? 100%.
Yeah, you can get better at the skills of being a leader, right? Just like you can get better at the skills of public speaking, knowing how to use your hands, knowing when to pause, what words to emphasize. But I'm going to differ with you on the fact that it's not teachable, or not from a leader perspective, but from a ability to be self-motivated, only because I'm thinking of the science of it, and I'm trying to think of the fact that our number one innate thing that we all have as human beings is to evolve and survive.
100%.
So it's somewhere in all of us to be better.
Right.
Otherwise, that's the end of humanity, right? Like,
right.
But I think we just live in a world where better is also subjective, right? Like, better is I can be a better, like Hitler, for example, is a crazy example, right? He thought he was making himself better at whatever his end goal was, right? So better can mean so many things, but so many people nowadays, in terms of not just wanting more for themselves and wanting to improve the conscious awareness of who they are and who their offspring and their kids are going to be, all of that stuff, I think it just comes down to the amount of bullshit that we have scattered around us and the inability we have to tune in, like, here.
100%. I agree with you on that. I didn't look at it in that perspective. So yes, you're right.
You might have to get those glasses checked. New perspective. No, I'm just so in terms of everything going on in the world right now with 2020, like, what is the number one thing that you've taken away from this year? Just one life we were talking about perspective. Like, what is one thing that has just really resonated with you this year in 2020?
Limits. Limits. I really feel like, because I'm reading a book called Limitless. And
crazy.
Yeah, and he breaks down how your growing up in your environment can create these limits, and nothing is limited. Nothing is limited. We can overcome anything, and I really believe that, because when I lost my job, bro, I thought it was over. I legit, when they furloughed me, I legit was like freaking out. because I was like, I'm going to get evicted. I'm going to do this. Like, I had some money saved up, but I was just like, how long am I going to be out of work, you know? Mm-hmm. And with everything being shut down, I was just like panicking. But because I'm a very self-motivated person and I don't put a limit on my hustle and push, I was able to push through it. So I feel like I learned that my limits are bigger than what I give myself 100%. So that's been driving me every day, 100% driving me, because it's sometimes I'm just like, man, I'm tired. But I know I can't limit myself to Old Navy. So I have to keep pushing. So my limit, yeah, bro, when I was reading the book, I thought about your brand. I promise you. Like, my mentor, he bought the book for me, and I've been reading the book, and I was just like, this is crazy. This is amazing. Like 100%. Because nobody really thinks about how limited we are from society and what we've been taught as adults, like kids, and how those limits follow you throughout. You know what I'm saying?
Subconsciously. So the biggest thing that I always tell people that limits them is the actual words that they use. So people don't understand, right? There's a saying, there's this saying in this, there's a video, I think, and is basically talking about how the two most important words in the English language are I am and whatever follows it.
Yeah.
How many times have you heard someone say, I am bored, I am stupid, I'm an idiot, right? Like, you're just kind of saying it, like, but people don't realize that that's like taking a jab to the face. Boom.
Yeah.
You sit 100%. In the ring and you get jabbed. Yeah, you get jabbed and jabbed and jabbed. All of a sudden, 12 rounds of just getting jabbed. You're like, shit, I got the shit beat out of me, and it hits, it sticks. Right now, I got a bruise. It's constant. It's a tender spot in that brain, and things like, I can't wait until, right? Okay, so when you say that, and I'm dead ass, I will type that out in like text messages sometimes, and I'm like, no, erase.
Right.
Because when you're so looking forward to something like that, and you say, I can't wait until, then everything in the meantime subconsciously means less to you.
100%. 100%.
And the way people talk about themselves, even like I see it, and I try to teach it to my clients, like, oh, this is my bad knee, and I know you got two bad knees, right?
Yeah.
But what if I told you that don't call them bad? Say these or this is my involved leg. So this is the leg that I'm working on getting better.
Use a different terminology.
Yes. Terminology and language is huge. And
100%.
It limits.
And he says that in the book, bro.
Does he? He talks about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's a video I was watching this morning. I watched some videos this morning driving home. And it was, who's the guy who he's the host of Family Feud? What's his name?
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey. Yeah. All right, so Steve Harvey was giving a speech and he was talking about fleas. Listen to this. He's giving a speech. He asked everybody in the audience, who has a dog? All right. Has that dog ever gotten fleas? Yeah. Okay. Did you know that fleas, think about how small they are, right? He said, did you know that fleas have one of the highest verticals in all of the insects in the world? They have the highest vertical of all the insects in the world. And everybody's like, nah, like, where's he going with this, right?
Right.
They have a vertical leap ability of 36 inches.
Whoa.
Think about that.
For real?
Yes, think about that. That thing is not even big? Yes. Right. 36 inches. He was like, the average human can't even jump like 24 inches off the ground, right? So think about that. 36 inches, right? He said, but the funny thing is, if you were to take a little mason jar and you were to put a, what's it called? You were to put a fleet, like in a mason jar, right?
Uh-huh.
Its number one thought process is, okay, let me escape, let me jump. Boom, jumps, hits the lid. Jumps, hits the lid. Keeps jumping and hitting the lid. Next thing you know, it's jumping just under the lid, just so it doesn't hit itself up there.
Yeah.
Boom. Then you put 2 or 3 more in there, and they do the same thing. Then all of a sudden, there's offspring. He says the offspring are going to learn from the other older or elder fleas, right, what their capabilities are.
Right.
So it's only ever going to learn to jump that, maybe 4 to 6 inches that it can in the jar without hitting its head. And then you put them all outside, take them out the jar. Those fleas will never jump 36 inches.
Yeah, man. Because they didn't learn that.
Because they didn't learn that. They didn't even know it was in their capabilities.
Right.
It's so wild. And he said you can plant an oak tree, right? And an oak tree is supposed to be this grand big thing, right? But put it in a small planter that has a cap on it. Say it's 2 feet.
Yeah.
It's never going to grow more than 2 feet. He said the problem wasn't the seed. The problem was the environment. It limited it. He said we're all seeds.
100%.
We gotta understand what our environment is.
Yes. Your environment is everything.
So you really got to be careful around the people that you want in your life. You got to be very specific about who you give that energy to. And I mean, you growing up down here, are you watching yourself separate from a lot of the people that you grew up with and were close with
100%.
because of things like that?
100%, bro.
Yeah.
I've evolved so much just as a person, just in general, and like I think about my life from the time that I lost my mom to how I've evolved now. Like, bro, when I lost my mom, I thought it was over for me. I like blacked out, started drinking, doing dumb stuff, and I'm saying, like, I had a full scholarship to college. Like, I was just on a rampage. I didn't care about anything about it, And now that I'm older and wiser and wanting to grow, some people are not on those levels as you, bro. I'm a manifester, bro. I believe in manifestation 100%. Again, I have my left knee it's like evolving. It's really bad. So that's what I'm gonna say. Doctor told, like, bro, they were 24 hours away from cutting my leg off. 24 hours.
Wow.
Doctor told my dad he had to cut it off because I had a staph infection and it was getting in my heart. He did not cut it off. He told me I wouldn't walk, I wouldn't run, I wouldn't do any of those things, bro. And I told him, cool, I'm 18. I'm definitely going to be able to walk and run again. Bro, I walk every day. I run every day. I work out every day. I used to run 5 miles a day. Now, mind you, does my knee hurt? 100% because I'm bone to bone. But did that put a limit on what I can do? Nah. And with that being said, because some of those people who are not on my level, I have to separate myself from them, bro. Because I want to be great, bro. I want to be great, and not just in basketball. Not just in basketball, not just in whatever. I want to be great all around, bro. I want to help people. My brand, I'm working to get my brand up because I want to help people, bro. I want to be able to give back. Not just say, oh, I got a clothing line,
I'm popping, it was good. In front of it, right? What's the purpose of it, right? What is the purpose of it, right?
Right. I want to be able to do that, bro. And there's some people that were in my life, they weren't on my level at all. And like, I have people who are in my life now that push me and hold me accountable. Like, even down to my brand ambassadors, they literally hold me accountable. And that's great because I'm a very self-reflecting person. So if I tell them something and I don't do it, cool, boom, okay, listen, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get this done right now. Da-da-da-da. You get what I'm saying? So I keep people in my life who are gonna push me, not somebody who's gonna bring me down. That's the same thing with Instagram. I only follow people on my business page who are like, they can give me something as far as like knowledge.
Yes.
If you're on the same level as me, I can't use you. If you're underneath me, I can't use you. So I'm gonna follow somebody who's where I want to get, so I can see what they're doing, walk in their shoes. You know what I'm saying? So yes, 100%. I a lot of the people who I were like I hung out with, did all that stuff with, I'm no longer. It's not that I'm not cool with them. I just don't vibe with them like that no more.
So, two things. When you have that realization that somebody isn't good to be around for you, right? Are you having that conversation with them? Like, listen, no disrespect, we're cool. You know, we're just moving in different paths, and for my own self, I have to step away from being so close to you or being around you as much.
Right.
Or is it just kind of the dwindling of like we separate and there's never really conversation around it? Is it it might depend on the situation, but like
right. Some of them I've had a conversation with, but some no. Some is just dwindled away, yeah. But
because I feel like that's something that it's always those waters, right? You're always constantly changing and evolving and figuring out who needs to be where and to what capacity. And I feel like sometimes that conversation needs to be had because, for one, it just sets the tone, right? For two, it almost gives them the realization, like, maybe I should change too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to step away, and like with family that happens, right? Sometimes you got to let them suffer sometimes. You got to let people suffer in order for them to realize that they need more. You're going to be there when they decide upon like, yeah, I need to be better. You know, how, you know what I'm saying? They seek that from you. That's what's up. But a lot of times you got to let people, it's got to be known that people need to level up.
100%.
And I feel like those conversations just in general society don't happen enough. That's why there's miscommunication is, as we can tell, like we need to learn to communicate better as humans. That's why there's so much going on in the world, right?
100%, bro.
Yeah, it needs to be communicated more, everything. And then the second one was, I just wanted to say thank you, because when I watch your shit on Instagram, like you hold me accountable on my shit. Like I get out of work and I see that you posting some stuff. I see that you're sewing. It's 11 o'clock at night. You're doing something. I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put a limit on what I got in front of me. If I got ideas and I got things I can get done, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna push.
Yeah, 100%.
I appreciate you. I always have. It's funny, you know, just going back to like how we even, you know, crossed paths, right? Fucking Sweat. Shout out to Sean and Kira, right?
Man, the best thing ever happened in life. I love it.
Yeah.
I miss it. Yo, I miss it so much.
I know. I still remember that first Saturday. Yep. We came down here to Pompano. We was on 14th, and we met at that park. We all, bro.
The energy that was there was amazing.
Running over that bridge. We had a squad of like 20 people. And the dude on the bridge, he was talking over the microphone to us.
Shout us out.
Yes. We ran all the way to the lighthouse, right, on Hillsborough.
Yep.
And then all the way back. And then we worked out. Then I put y'all through a workout after.
Yeah, man. It was real, man. The energy at that thing was amazing, because it wasn't just about like being fit. It was about like teamwork. Because even like when we were running, I ended up getting tired, and Sean, he stopped with me and he was like, P, come on, man. He was like, come on. I was like, go ahead of me. He was like, no. He was like, I'm gonna run with you. He was like, we gonna get there. and he ran with me to the lighthouse. He finished it all with me. Like, I got tired probably like a mile out, where I was like, bro, I'm dead. I'm like exhausted. But I was with y'all the entire time, and I just was like, ah. But he was with me. You feel me?
Sean is just one of the best humans, bro. Like
100%. He is, bro.
He really, like, you talk about just good, genuine.
And always gonna keep it 100. Yeah, those are the kind of people you need in your life.
Yes.
100%.
And it's funny because me and Sean met through ball, right? We played college ball together for 1 year. We both went to the same school. I was 17. He was 25.
Oh, that's dope.
Right? Playing for the same spot. He was 25. I was 17. We was playing. We ended up in this small school in the middle of nowhere, Massachusetts, right?
Right.
And like, for us to cross paths like that and then stay connected for 5 years later, I finally moved down here and I figure out that I live 10 minutes from him. Mind blown, bro.
Supposed to happen.
Yo, absolutely. And then we was chopping it up. We was talking about this. We was talking about that. He was like, yo, I need to run more. I want to start this, that, and the next. Like, are you down to do that with me? I'm like, hell yeah, I need to run more too. Shit, I'm lazy. Like, let's get some people together. Let's do this. Let's do that. And it's so funny. Like, I felt so, like, immediately accepted and respected by everybody that was there.
100%, man.
Which was I didn't know anybody. I knew Sean and Kira, and I barely knew Kira at that time.
Yeah. It's just love, man. When people give off good energy, man, and you feel that energy, you feel it. You like you said, you didn't know me, but my energy is like,
yes.
And bro, I've always been like that. My energy is everything because I'm a Sagittarius, bro. I'm a very free spirited person, bro.
Yes. Wait, when's your birthday? I feel like we've had this conversation before.
December 10th.
That's why. That's why we're on the same wavelength. Because I'm the 14th.
Ah, that's
so
dope.
We're right there.
Yeah, bro. My birthday is December 10th. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a very free-spirited person. I love meeting new people, man. And getting to know people, man, because you just never know who you're going to run into and who's going to, play a part in your life. And
what their story is, right? And how
100%.
It influence you and how it can push you.
It's crazy.
Right. What a conversation, right? What a conversation. Right. So I got one more question. I want you to first tell everybody where they can go follow you, where they can go support some simple things, whether it's money involved in buying something or not, don't matter, right? But where can they go support you and your brand and learn more?
Website is perfectlysimple.com. And the Instagram is perfectlysimple.com. So that's PerfectlySimp. So leave off the LE. So it's perfectlysimp.com. Mm-hmm. And it's not always about spending money, man. You can always just hit the follow button and repost. That's it, man. And we do giveaways. I do giveaways. I'm getting ready to actually do a marketing thing where I'm gonna hit up some malls, and pass out some free merch.
So
so because I really want to get out there and like start networking a little bit more. But yeah, man, y'all check me out. I do everything. Kids, men's, women's, babies, workout stuff. Yep. Right. And I even do, like Dylan said, I did his shirts for him. If you have a logo and you want some work, then I do that as well, man. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, I appreciate you for real.
I got yo, at least like 20 tees that you did for me. At least 4 or 5 pairs of shorts, and I get compliments on those all the time. They're like, yo, those are dope. Those are dope shorts. You got those, like, where'd you get those? I'm like, I just bought them, and then I had my friend just, put them on it for me. Like, she did a great job. She put it in the perfect place. It looks good. It's the right size.
Right.
Crazy. So I appreciate you for that. Definitely go check her out if you're listening. But my last question is, what is the like one impact that you want to have on the world? The one thing that you want your legacy to be remembered as?
Damn, I never really even thought about that. I want my legacy to be remembered as princess is princess. Like, you're not gonna get anybody else. From the day you meet me, that's who you're gonna know. So if I care about you, bro, I'm for you 100%. And know that it's real people in the world that are like that. And Princess was one of those people. Like, it's nothing my friends can't call me for. If I got it, they got it. And I'm talking about people who I really call my friends. Like, they call me and say, P, I need $1,000. Bro, if I got it, I got you. Don't even worry about it. And I'm a very caring person, and I just want people to be. My brand is a platform for my entire team, my friends, my family, my whatever. When I hit that target of my first meal, they're gonna get taken care of. Those are my biggest supporters. You get what I'm saying? So I want to be remembered for Princess. So when you think about Princess, you know, man, that girl energy was everything. Like, that girl she was real. You get what I'm saying? And it's just keeping it 100, never changing, never switching up, always being me, period. That's what I want to be remembered for, 100%.
Leave that legacy leading by example of just being your unique, passionate self, right? Chasing those dreams and caring about the ones around you that have helped you get there and that are also doing the same.
100%. That's it. That's all I got.
Drop the mic. Cut. We done. No, but seriously, y'all, I mean, it's like trying to chop up this one is going to be tough. I'm not going to know where to stop because every other thing was like, it was hitting. So,
right. Put me in the game, coach.
Yeah. So, huge shout out. Thank you. I appreciate you, P, for everything. Everybody, please go check it out. Like she said, whether it's a follow and a like and a share or a comment, does not matter, but you know you won't be disappointed if you buy some stuff too, because this shit's hot. So go check it out. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to growing and striving and pushing each other even more.
Let's go.
Until next time.
Hey, peace.
What's up, LT Tribe? DFOS here, just to express my gratitude and say thank you for tuning in and continuously commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing to the episodes and the content that we are bringing you. It is helping so much. Once again, I want to say thank you and hope you have a great rest of your day. Limitless Fitness family, this one is for you. If you are a weekend warrior, a fitness enthusiast, a fitness professional, or an athlete, young or old, it does not matter. If you are trying to get fit or stay fit or improve your fitness levels, head over to ck1bands.com and grab yourself a pair or set or single band, because a resistance band is one of the most efficient pieces of fitness equipment that you can use anytime, anywhere, any place, and you can bring with you almost anywhere you travel. So head over to ck1bands.com and use the code LIMITLESS, all capitalized, for a special discount at checkout. Please go support Chris. Everything he's doing. Chris Capon was a high school teammate of mine, a lifelong friend, and the first guest on the LT360 Podcast. He is the creator and founder of CK1 Sports. If you have not listened to that podcast, I highly suggest you go do that. And after you do, or while you are listening or watching it, head over to ck1bands.com and grab yourself some bands. I use these things every day with my clients, and they never disappoint. shout out to all my fellow athletes and health enthusiasts out there. Did you know that your typical average pill or capsule-based vitamin or supplement takes anywhere from 48 to 72 hours to actually be broken down in your stomach and begin to get digested? And upon digestion, about 70% of what is on the label is going to be utilized by the body. So stop wasting your time and money on basic everyday vitamins. It's time that you start to understand the science behind it, and it's time that I introduce you guys to Isotonics. Isotonics brings to you the world's most advanced nutraceuticals. They are taking science to a whole nother level when it comes to vitamins and supplementation. A true holistic approach. Iso means same and tonic means pressure. So these isotonic vitamins, which are powders that you mix with water, are going to be recognized by the body as blood, sweat, or tears. And when you digest them, they get bypassed through the stomach straight into the small intestine, so absorption can begin in less than 5 minutes. On an empty stomach, 90% of what is on the nutrition label can be absorbed in just under 30 minutes. It's something that is unprecedented and unmatched in the industry. You cannot feel the difference with vitamins like you can feel the difference with isotonics. So the delivery matters. And to give you guys proof, I want you to be able to check out and learn for yourself and experience it yourself. Feel that isotonics difference. So head over to shop.com or isotonics.com/limitless theory and check out all of the amazing isotonics vitamins and supplements that you can get your hands on, and get 10% off your first order using code 10OFFMA, 10OFFMA, all capitalized, at checkout for 10% off. And just know, when you start to buy isotonics on a regular basis, not only will you get 10% off your first order and additional orders in the future, you will also get 2% cash back on anything you spend, and if you put it on auto ship, you can save an additional 5% on every order. The opportunities are endless, and the difference is felt. So make sure to go get yourself some isotonics and start to feel the difference for yourself. DFOS here. I know y'all understand how much of a nutrition freak I am, and when I heard the world's most nutrient-dense food, you know I had to tune in, listen, and get learnt. So I need y'all to check out the LT360 podcast I did with Catherine Arnston, the founder of Energy Bits, an algae-based nutrition company. It is not a supplement, it is a one-ingredient superfood, and it is recognized as the most nutrient-dense food on the planet by the World Health Organization and others. So go check out energybits.com and make sure to use the discount code Limitless Theory at checkout for 20% off. You will not be disappointed, because you will have the most nutrient-dense food in your pantry in the world. Go check it out now. Peace. DFOS here to tell you about my new favorite kitchen appliance. And no, it is not a pan or even a utensil, but instead it is my new pure H2O water filter. It sits behind my kitchen sink. It removes up to 97% of chlorine from my tap water and 77 other contaminants. We know that our bodies are made up of 72% water, and there is a strong connection between the quality of the water that we intake and the quality and longevity of our life. So we have to make sure it is the cleanest and purest water we can get. with Pure H2O, I know that every time I turn my sink on, I'm getting the best and cleanest water possible. So if you want to learn more, head over to thelimitlesstheory.com/shop and you can learn more about Pure H2O. I'm sure you will not be disappointed. Adios.